Allison Farashik here, your Norwex independent sales consultant, and I'm here today to make a little video on our top selling package, okay? So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our Safe Haven 5. These are going to be 5 products that will truly transform your home. So the simplest way to begin your Norwex journey is right here. This is your Norwex easy button, and I hope you enjoy and learn a little bit of something else. So first, I'm going to start out with our E for Everything Enviro cloth, okay? All of our cloths have this little tag, so you're going to see on this tag, it's going to say Enviro on it. You can kind of see. And then you'll also see that it has that back lock, which we'll talk about here in just a minute, okay? So the things that make our microfiber a little bit different than what you can get at the others or at stores or online, things like that, is the size of our fiber. Our fiber is super small, you guys. So it's 1/200th of a human strand of hair. So you pluck out one of your hairs and it's going to actually be able to be divisible 200 times. In order to be considered microfiber, you only have to be 1/6 of a human strand of hair. So our microfiber compared to others is super small. The second thing is the density of our fiber. So there are over 1,800 miles of fiber in this one cloth. You guys, look at this cloth. It's not that big. That's how dense this is. So when you actually go to wet it down and dampen it to go to clean, you actually have to kind of cup it and form a reservoir so it soaks up a little bit quicker, because it will take a while to get all that water absorbed in there. Super absorbent. So actually, if you were to unravel this, it would stretch from Canada to the Gulf of Mexico. How long is that? That's so big. So, all of these things, or those two things combined, actually allow our cloth to pick up 99% of bacteria. So it's actually, that microfiber is kind of working as a shovel to kind of lift and remove all of those particles on your surface. This is going to replace your need for bleach, Lysol, Pine Sol, 409, paper towels. All of that can just be replaced with one cloth. The back lock, which we talked about earlier, actually is the third thing that makes our Norwex microfiber so much better than what you can get elsewhere. So our back lock technology has silver embedded within the fibers. So these, when I say embedded within, it's kind of like mixing coffee with your creamer is the analogy that I like to use. When I put my creamer in my coffee in the mornings, I can't separate that. My creamer is in my coffee. So your micro silver is not going to chip off. It's not going to go anywhere. It's embedded within the fibers. So as long as you care properly, which again, we'll talk about here in just a little bit, for your microfiber, it's not going anywhere. It's going to continue to clean itself and self-purify. Best thing, how does it self-purify? Is because silver and bacteria, they're not friends. Bacteria cannot grow, scientifically proven, on silver. It doesn't allow it to reproduce. It starves the bacteria because it inhibits some transmembrane transportation, and it inactivates the cellular enzymes of the bacteria that allow it to digest food or those other particles that keep bacteria thriving. So amazing. So our cloth is self-purifying itself, which means less laundry. Who wants less laundry? Because I do. So it's a very beautiful thing. So like I said, this is acting as a shovel, kind of lifting and removing. This is what we call mechanical cleaning, as opposed to the chemical cleaning that you use when you use the Lysol and the Pine Sol and all that jazz. So the best part about mechanical cleaning, like I said, is it's like a weed in your garden. We're actually lifting, when we can go around to our garden and spray our weeds with Roundup, and then we're left with this dead weed, right? Just sitting there, okay? And that's assuming that our Roundup has done its job and is sitting there at the appropriate time. But if we actually go in and we pick the weed, then we're left with just beautiful flowers left in our garden. That is how our Norwex microfiber works. With Norwex, there's no need for chemicals because we simply are lifting and removing the bacteria. Wonderful thing. So I kind of want to give you a little bit of an idea on how well this works. We all know how sticky, icky, gross butter can be. You guys are going to see my reflection in my phone. That's kind of cool. Anyways, So I'm just going to use this stick of butter. Oh my goodness. I'll draw a heart here. I'll just kind of spread it in, and I'm just going to wipe it clean on this Norwex towel. Okay? So then I like to take my Norwex cloth and I like to divide it into fourths. It just gives me more surface area. So that way I actually have 16 clean surfaces. Because with that density, like I said, once I put something on this surface, it's not spreading throughout the cloth. So it's a really wonderful thing. So then I'm, with very little effort, I'm going to just wipe off this butter. Okay? Kind of flip it around. Okay? So that is gone. Now you kind of see those little water prints though. Now I'm going to take the next product of my Safe Haven 5, and that's going to be my polishing cloth. My window cloth is what we call it. Okay, so I'm just going to take this and I'm going to shine that dry just like that. Couple ways you can use this wonderful window cloth. So we have a streak-free shine there, guys. Couple ways you can use this window cloth. You can use it with a spray bottle of water if you want to go around and spray water as if it were a Windex thing and then shine it with this. I just go around with my EnviroCloth dampened just as I just did, wipe my windows, wipe my shiny surfaces, and then I dry them with my window cloth. Super, super simple. So this is going to replace your Windex, your granite countertop cleaners, stainless steel cleaners, etc. Excuse me, I'm fighting every type of illness this season, it seems like. So now what I want to do is I want to move on to the next product, and I want to move on to our dusting mitt. So I'm going to take some flour here, and I'm going to kind of pinch it all over our mirror here. So you're going to kind of see, I'm going to let some of it fall off. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to take this dusting mitt, and I'm going to talk to you about our dusting products for a minute. This is our microfiber, still has the back lock. So you can friction it. I'm going to set down my mirror for just a minute, guys. You can friction it together. Boop, 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 boop. Put it on your hand, gets in all those nooks and crevices, but yet you have control. You're not using a wand that's going to knock over your picture frames, etc. And then I'm just going to take this, you guys, and I just want to show you what my mirror looks like after dusting with Norwex. Okay? It's all on my mitt, not on my mirror. Okay? So, working on that static charge, you're replacing the need for those pine sols, those end dust, things like that, which are really just leaving a greasy solution on top of your surfaces, actually causing particles to recollect even faster. So you're dusting more often. So this is going to cause you to dust, dry dusting is going to cause you to dust less often, not to mention you're getting all those toxins out of your house. Why is it so important that I keep talking about getting these chemicals out of our house? You guys, it takes 26 seconds from when you spray a chemical and then it touches your skin for that chemical to get into your bloodstream. 26 seconds skin to bloodstream. How scary is that? Now, there's been studies about toxicity levels, especially in children. Children, smaller bodies, smaller blood volumes, increased toxicity levels. I have flour now on my shirt. So that's why it's so scary, all these accidental poisonings with kids. So I think it was 2018 in Canada, we had a disinfecting that study about disinfectants actually altering the bacteria, the natural bacteria in our GI tract that was linking to childhood obesity. So, I mean, just so many big things. Asthma, fertility issues. The list goes on, you guys. Migraines, neurological diseases. There's so many things that these cleaners are just really damaging in our bodies. So I'm trying to help you remove those so that we can all live healthier lives. So the other thing, sorry, little tangent there, but the other thing I like to talk about with this mitt is if you want to use it for your window screens, especially during those high allergen times of years, spritz it with water and dampen your screens off with it. Works wonders, you guys, getting all those little pollen particles outside of your screen. Okay, so now I'm going to use what we call our elbow grease in a jar. Pew, pew, pew. So our cleaning paste is amazing. If you haven't tried this, I'm going to kind of hold just the lid up to you guys. This is a marble rye base flour, or marble rye flour with also a coconut oil in it, all natural soaps. So what I like to do is I like to draw with this Sharpie marker because I don't know about you, but I can never keep these out of my kids' hands. or just the times where I accidentally spill over my paper and get permanent marker on something. So I'm just going to demo permanent marker, but you guys, it can be used on so many things. Polishing jewelry. All I'm going to do is take my dampened Viro, swipe it across that cleaning paste. Here. And you're going to see how easy that's going to come off. Again, guys, clean jewelry, walls. The best thing about this is it's kind of like what I used to use my Mr. Magic Erase cleaners for, but it's not taking my paint off my wall. So every time my Addie girl goes and colors me a beautiful picture on my wall with pencil or paper or wherever, whatever she might choose to do at that time, it comes off, you guys. Armpit stains and white shirts, gross. I've gotten black frosting, which, by the way, comes out and just makes a big green stain on your husband's khakis, FYI. Norwex cleaning paste to save the day. Just a beautiful, beautiful, non-toxic agent that is gonna last you at least 5 years. It's so efficient. So I give you these products. I give you 4 products. So I'm going to give you the 5th one now. But what we're going to talk about with this 5th one is how the heck do I care for these? I mean, these are some pretty high-tech things here. You're telling me I can do all that with just a couple cloths and some cleaning paste? How do there has to be some magic to care for these, right? Wrong. Okay, so do you know how I clean these? I launder them in my laundry machine. I use 1 teaspoon of Norwex laundry detergent. The beautiful thing about Norwex laundry detergent is there's no fillers, no fragrances, no bleach, nothing like that. So if you can see the blue jar, on average, it takes about 1/3 of a cup of laundry detergent that you get at the store. I will just say whatever brand you prefer. It takes about 1/3 of a cup. With Norwex, it takes 1 teaspoon. That's 16 loads if you want to do the math. 16 loads per 1/3 of a cup. So that's a really awesome cost savings. So I use 1 teaspoon of this. I launder them in hot water. Sometimes I do a soak cycle, just depending, but really no filler, or you want a laundry detergent with no fillers, no fragrances, no fabric softeners, no bleach, and don't use dryer sheets with them. All of those can kind of clog those microfibers like we were talking about, which is then going to coat that microsilver and not allow our cloths to self-purify or pick up the way it's supposed to. So very, very easy to care for. Now, sometimes when I have some cloths that just get really extra dirty, if I've done some heavy cleaning in my house, I do go ahead and I put a scoop, and by a scoop, I mean another teaspoon, not like the scoop that comes with it, but another about a teaspoon of our microfiber booster in our, in my laundry load as well. And typically I handle everything in my laundry. Occasionally I'll do a boil on the stove, which you can always, we can talk about that if you ever need some information on boiling that. But really, for the most part, my washer and dryer, they keep them all nice and clean and smell free. Last little thing that I want to talk to you about with my laundry, sometimes I do occasionally put a tablespoon of this odor eliminator in there, just to kind of fragrance up my laundry a little bit, you guys. Going not without dryer sheets and all those fragrances that used to come in our soaps was kind of a big change for some people in my family. So I do like to just point out that this is a great alternative, an option for that. So I hope you learned a little bit of something today. Those 5 products are going to transform your home so easily. So I hope you all have a wonderful day today, and be sure to comment or ask if you have any questions. Bye-bye, guys.